When people think of World War II, they imagine American Marines landing on beaches, British Spitfires soaring over Europe, or Soviet tanks rolling across frozen fields. But rarely do they picture the men who marched barefoot through burning deserts, who fought with rifles older than themselves, or who sang in unfamiliar languages as they boarded ships to faraway lands. Those men were Africans, over 2 million soldiers from more than 30 African territories, forced or recruited into service under British, French, Belgian, and Italian colonial rule. Their names rarely appeared in history books, but without them, the outcome of the war could have been very different. In West Africa, British officers went village to village recruiting, sometimes by persuasion, often by pressure. Young men from Nigeria, Ghana, Gambia, and Sierra Leone joined the Royal West African Frontier Force, RWAFF. Some believed they were fighting to protect their homelands. Others thought they would be paid fairly. Many were simply forced into uniform. Meanwhile, in French colonies like Senegal, Mali, Chad, and Burkina Faso, African soldiers known as tirailleurs sénégalais had been fighting in European wars since the 1800s. When France fell to Germany in 1940, these same African troops formed the backbone of Free French forces under General Charles de Gaulle. Even Ethiopia, then the only independent African nation besides Liberia, rose against fascist occupation. After Mussolini invaded in 1935, Ethiopian patriots, armed with spears, swords, and captured rifles, fought a brutal resistance war. When the Allies arrived in 1941, Ethiopians joined them to reclaim their land. African soldiers fought in East Africa, battling Italian forces in Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Somalia. They carried supplies through mountains, built roads through wilderness, and pushed Italian armies back with fierce determination. In North Africa, they faced German General Rommel's feared Afrika Korps. Many West African soldiers had never seen a desert before. Sandstorms blinded them. Water was scarce, yet they marched hundreds of miles across scorching dunes, helping deliver key victories like El Alamein. In Burma, modern-day Myanmar, thousands of African troops were sent across the ocean to fight the Japanese in steaming jungles. Malaria, snakes, and humidity were as deadly as bullets. Yet these men built roads, carried artillery through swamps, and stormed enemy positions with courage that astonished British officers. Brothers in arms, but not equals. African soldiers proved themselves again and again, but they were rarely treated as equals. They slept in separate camps. They were given lower pay than white soldiers. They were fed worse food and used as human transport, carrying heavy loads on their heads while European troops rode in trucks. Some officers even used them as frontline shields, sending them first into the most dangerous zones. And after risking their lives, many returned home to find no pensions, no recognition, no freedom. But something had changed. While serving abroad, African soldiers saw a world without their colonial masters in control. They learned discipline, leadership, and, most importantly, they learned that Europe was not invincible. Men who once obeyed colonial officers now asked, "Why should I fight for freedom abroad when I do not have it at home?" In Ghana, veterans joined Kwame Nkrumah's independence movement. In Kenya, former soldiers helped spark the Mau Mau rebellion. In French West Africa, returning tirailleurs began protesting for better treatment. The war that was meant to protect empires had instead planted the seeds to destroy them.